130 quid from a fiver within less than a week. There's nothing more to be said about that. Can't complain. That's insane. But yeah, this time around, taxman's going to have to receive some payment, sadly. If the government's watching though, I love paying tax. Thank you for putting it towards all the good things, like all the potholes that I keep going in. Really helpful. Anyway, okay, so I don't know what this video is going to be a part of, whether it's going to be its own video or whether it's going to be attached to another bit. I've got a bit of old car boot footage where I found only a couple of items. I found these docks actually at that car boot, these like knee-high, not knee-high, kind of calf-high docks. I don't know whether I'll include that in this video or not, but at any rate, I'm going to show you what I've sold in the last couple of days. People like these videos, so yeah, if you want to see what I've sold, you probably would have noticed some of this where I picked some of this up in previous videos basically. So I know full well that a lot of this stuff I've recorded buying. So yeah, let me just show you what I've sold. We'll start with the sort of the games, because there's a few, well, there's one big selling game in there. So I picked up a 3DS the other day just from someone on Facebook for £50, and it had 6 games, and the DS itself is a 3DS. So it's a pink one, but they sell for 80 to 100 quid, so that's not bad. I haven't sold that yet, but this game sold 201 or 208 in one game. I don't know if that's going to focus. I guess it's not, but yeah, that sold for, I think, again, I've not written the prices, so it's either 10 or 15, something like that. So not bad. Starting to recoup some of the money for that. Rock Band I bought as part of the bundle. I didn't record it, but the big T-Rex stuff, the Jurassic Park stuff that I bought, paid £30. This sold for £6.99, I think, on its own, something like that. I'll put the prices up, so if I am a bit wrong, apologies, but yeah. Mortal Kombat was part of the big game bundle that I bought with the Game Boy stuff. That just sold for a tenner, I think. I accepted an offer on it. Get it gone. Now this was the good game, Big Game Hunter. If you ever see this in the wild, grab it. These are rare. This sold for £42. I took an offer on it. Probably could have held out for about 50. There's one other person selling it and it was at 50, so I just stuck it at 45, took an offer. Very light. That will send tracked, I think, 48 hour, about 270. So yeah, that's pretty good, that. And I think they even paid postage on it, so if they did, that's good. But that was a good sale. Next up, I'm surprised these sold, to be honest. I thought these were a fail, actually. I think I said in the video where I picked up these are all like old Nokia brick phones. I put them in bags. There's about 18 of them, I think. They're not all Nokia. There's some other brands, but there's a few of those. If you can see that as like Nokia bricks, like the OG Nokia bricks. And actually in this one, there is a rarer one that I think, because none of these work. Like, I don't have any chargers, so to be fair, for all I know, they might work. I just could not be bothered to buy chargers for all these. I saw them as a fail. But there's this one. It's like a crystal blue one, and this, if it works, I think is actually worth a bit of money. But I just didn't want the hassle with these. I bought it and instantly regretted it. So I just listed them as a big bundle. Turns out Nokia phones, especially the original bricks, people actually sell for quite a lot in bundles, like a decent amount of money. So I put them up for, I think, 50 quid. Had a lot of interest. Someone bought them and then didn't pay. And then someone offered me 35 and I accepted 35 because I just wanted them gone. And yeah, I mean, 35 quid for that. I paid a tenner. I think I paid up for them as well, to be honest. I think the lady was surprised when I offered her £10. Still made probably 20 quid though, so I can't complain at that. They'll just stick them in a box. They're hard anyway. A lot of them are broken. I think the guy fixes them up. I know some people actually open them up and take the gold out. They'll like, I don't know how they do it with the acid and stuff. They'll get rid of all the gold and get a little nugget of gold from all these phones. But I don't know if that's what he does or not. I don't really care, to be honest. But yeah, I'll show you this. This is pretty cool. So we've got a Maglite, proper like American made one. I actually bought 2 of these in the last car boot video, I think. So this is the bigger one. I actually sold both, but I left some of the stuff to show you at home by accident. So this one I think sold for £20, had it up at 25, was taking offers at 20, someone bought it. 10-inch Maglite, and the other one's 9-inch, and I had it up at 20 with offers at 15. I think someone bought that for 15. Bought both of these anyway for £2 all in, so that's pretty good. They've sold very quick, literally within a week, I guess. So yeah, that's good. Easy to send. It's a bit heavy, obviously though. It's good quality. Can't complain at that, to be honest. That's I'm happy with that. Maglites are pretty good. I guess people just wouldn't realise maybe their value. Anyway, we'll go on to the phone. He's just sat here. Had this guy sitting around for a bit. Bought him in the one of the earlier videos. This is going to Italy. Weirdly enough, someone bought this from Italy and then decided they didn't want it because it was missing the battery compartment cover at the bottom. But I've tested it all works. The animation works, the ringtone works. You can make calls with it and receive calls, but when you are on the phone with it, it's a bit crackly. But I told the guy that and he was fine. He just wanted the animation to work. It's pretty interesting. But I paid £8 for that. I sold it for 45, so not bad. Sending it might be a bit of a palaver. Gonna have to wrap it up in bubble wrap and stuff, especially if it's going to Italy. There's a few bits on there that could probably snap, but ultimately it should be right. It's fairly hard. It's pretty old as well. It must be quite old. I don't know its exact age. There's a bit of wear on it, but yeah, if you ever see any of these sort of vintagey Disney phones, I sold like a Tigger one as well for about 40 quid as well. So if you can pick them up for £10 or less, they're probably worth grabbing. People are interested in it. I guess as time goes on, less and less of them are going to work, less and less of them are going to be around. So yeah, keep your eye out for that. Next, we've got the oil colour paints that I bought for I think £3, which was a slight fail, but I sold it for maybe 13 or 11. I can't quite remember, but yeah, it's all right. I still made money. It's just not as much as I thought. I also wanted to buy them for like £1 or £2, but she wasn't having it. So yeah, I bought them for that, but that's all right. Still made money. Next up, it's camera time. All the cameras I've been buying recently, I've sold a whole bunch of them. There's a really good one there. You don't want to miss this one, but I'll show you the two cheaper ones. I think I took an offer on this one for £22. This is just a Samsung, what is it? Just Samsung camera, Digimax S600. It works. I don't know if I sold it once and it got returned, or if that was another one. I've got too many cameras, so yeah. But it's a standard camera, 22 quid. Probably paid maximum of a £5, I'm guessing. I don't tend to pay more than £5 to £10 for my cameras, but for one like that, hopefully I only paid £5, but still made money. This one, Kodak. Now this one came with a case actually. I was surprised it sold so quick. These are fairly cheap, considering, well, I thought it would be better with that screen and stuff. It's screamed out to me as being a more modern one, but I sold it for I think 44 or 45 pounds with this protective case. I paid a £5 for that, so can't complain. It's got a memory card in there, battery as well. No charger. I can't remember how I charged the battery. I think I bought like a standard charger for it. I don't know if I was meant to have a charger with it. I've got a charger at home, and now I'm thinking I don't know whether I brought it back because I took it there to test charge a load of other batteries, and now I think I might have left it. So if I was selling the charger with that, I can't post that today. It doesn't really matter. It's meant to be posted by Monday, but it's Saturday today, so a bit annoying though. Anyway, now for the big expensive camera that I sold. I picked this up last week, so if you watched my car boot video, or if you haven't, go and check it out. I picked this up for a £5 with a film camera, and there's a bit of confusion in the comments about that one, but because I put a little caption saying film cameras don't do well for me, I think the guy thought I meant the digital ones, but I mean like the ones that actually take film. They just are barely ever worth anything when I've had them. I don't like taking them. I can't test them. I haven't got film. I don't know how they work, so I just try and avoid them, but I picked one up anyway. I don't really know why. But this is a Canon IXUS, black one. Pretty nice, and I think it might, I don't know if it's Wi-Fi compatible or not. Full HD, all the things that you want in a camera. And then there's this case with it, a charger, all the cables, everything's here. I basically made this up as a set because I bought a few other Canon cameras that I need to still check if they work. I've ordered the battery online. I'm still waiting, but I made it all up in a big sort of set. Listed it for £150, so bear in mind I paid a £5 for it. And someone messaged me saying how their camera similar to this had broken and they wanted another one. Of course I did the checks to make sure. I don't know whether I always trust people saying, oh, my similar item was broken, can I buy this one from you? Because then if they then claim this one's broken, if it's the exact same, then you could be in a bit of a pickle if they're doing the old switcheroo. But I don't think it's the same camera. Also, they have a lot of good feedback, like 220 positive feedback, so I'm guessing that they're probably legit. But anyway, they paid £130. We did a deal. I can't do that up. But yeah, they helped me out with that. Well, I helped them out, I guess, with the cheaper price. But 130 quid from a £5 within less than a week. There's nothing more to be said about that. Can't complain. That's insane. So the profit for all this stuff is going to be adding up. Obviously there's fees. Obviously there's eBay fees. Postage. I tend to have postage on all my stuff, so don't really need to always work that out. Tax. People have asked me about tax. Yes, I pay tax. This is going to be the first year that I truly have to pay it, where I've earned enough to have to pay it. Like I say, I've only done this for about a year and a half, 2 years in total, and a lot of that was in COVID, and then I stopped for like a year, so I never earned enough anyway. But yeah, this time around, taxman's going to have to receive some payment, sadly. If the government's watching though, I love paying tax. Thank you for putting it towards all the good things, like all the potholes that I keep going in. Really helpful. Anyway, I think the last things I've got to show you here actually is some PlayStation 1s. So I had consoles that I hadn't listed for so long, I couldn't be asked to check them, to be honest. But then I pulled my finger out and actually got testing 3 PlayStation 1 consoles that I bought, and they all sold within a week. So yeah, if you're sat on anything not testing it, you should probably just test it, because it all sells. I'm not going to show you them individually, they're the same. This one was slightly broken. Not broken, temperamental, like it does work, but you need to do like a reset, blowing the thing, blah, blah, blah. It just wasn't working as well as I would hope. So I sort of sold it as temperamental. Everything's in the description, and someone bought it. Don't know whether they'll be fixing it up or not. I put a remote with each one, or a controller. So they've got the cables. I think the more temperamental one doesn't come with the cables, but I put a controller with each one. And then the other one does work, and I sold that for a bit more, and that one was completely fine. So yeah, and I also sold that one, if you saw where I picked up the NES, I sold that one already. I don't know if I put that in a video, but I sold that bundle in the case for about 55 quid, I think. So that was a good bit of the money back from that. I've still got the NES sitting around with all the games, haven't sold any yet. I'm surprised, but maybe it doesn't sell as well as I thought. I think that's everything. Here's something to note. When testing items, or, well, speaking of testing, I guess, make sure you do test stuff, because I am seeing a radio that I've got down here. I bought 2 in one of the videos previously, and one of them exploded when I tested it, and I tested a Wi-Fi extender yesterday, and that exploded as well. So I'm hoping that it's not the plug I'm plugging it into. But anyway, they both exploded. They both stunk of electrical burning. So make sure you test stuff. Otherwise, if you send that out and someone tests it or plugs it in and it explodes, you're going to get a bad rating. It's not great, is it? And it's just dangerous, ultimately. So yeah, make sure you test everything. Just before I end the video, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. The subscriber count is flying. We had that video that I posted, the car boot one. It's going to be on 10k views by the time this goes out, if not more. It's kind of crazy. I think I gained like 200 plus subs off of one video, which is mental. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to be approaching sort of 1,000 subs. Hopefully monetization soon. That would be cool. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed and you enjoy this, or the boot sale videos, any of it, because I know people like different parts. Some people like seeing it, some people like seeing it all. But there's some people who specifically come for just the boot sale videos. There's some people who come for all of it. People just like to see. I've had messages from people saying that I have inspired them to start reselling, which is kind of mad. Not many people, but a couple, which is quite mad. Some people might not like that, but I'm not of the mindset that I'm going to gatekeep reselling. Actually, I quite like the idea that people can perhaps leave jobs that they hate and do something that they enjoy, because I'm that way. I'm not saying I hate my job, but I have hated previous jobs. Ultimately, I want to work for myself. So if I can encourage other people to do this, yeah, it might add competition. There's always going to be competition. And I don't think anyone's within their rights to gatekeep anything like this anyway. If people want to do it, they can do it. And I'm going to help people if they need help, because quite frankly, no one necessarily was there to help me. I mean, the other YouTubers I watch were my help. So hopefully I can do that for people. I just want to try and show that it's possible as well. I think it's easy for people to get stuck in jobs, be unhappy, and think that they can't do it. So yeah, a bit of a ramble, but I'm going to stop talking now anyway. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and like the video if you haven't. See you guys next time, and hopefully we'll have a car boot video out whenever. I don't know when this is coming out. See you next time.
No, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff.